Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey with Teaching Online with Kelsey. So if this is your first time seeing me, please make sure it is not the last time by hitting that red subscription button and the bell down below so that you are notified of new videos on my channel every week. And to also give this video a thumbs up. It does support me and this channel, and if you do have any questions by the end of this video, please leave a comment down below. So one thing that I have been learning personally about my YouTube community is that there are actually a lot of you watching my videos that are either in college, or maybe you did try to go to college, but you didn't graduate. And so you are looking to me to figure out how to do online teaching without a degree. If that is you, you have come to the right place, because for this particular video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 platforms that you can teach on without a degree. Now, before we really dig into this video, I will share the links to all 5 of these platforms down below, but they are with my free guide on the 5 platforms that you can teach on, where you'll have direct access link to each website and apply there immediately. So if you want that free guide, make sure to sign up for that down below. Number 1. Now, you may have found my channel and you may have found out who I was because of this platform that I've been doing videos on and been raving a lot about, and that is AllSchool. And AllSchool essentially got started around the time that a lot of big name ESL companies either decided to shut its doors or to pivot because of the new China regulations for students who are learning online. Many of you probably were teaching ESL full time and were thinking, oh gosh, that was my only source of income. Where am I going to teach now? So AllSchool was designed to help the ESL teachers out and to find another platform where they could still teach their ESL lessons, or any lessons really for that matter, and to be able to still continue to teach without having to give up online teaching completely. I do talk about AllSchool a lot, as you could probably tell in my previous videos on my channel. I have a lot of things to talk about with AllSchool, or things that could be helpful while teaching on the AllSchool platform. One of the biggest benefits is that the support team and the admin team on AllSchool are super supportive, like beyond supportive. If me, as a founding teacher, or really any teacher for that matter, has a suggestion of what AllSchool can do to improve, they take it to heart and they try to make that better within like 2-3 weeks. When we get the weekly emails saying, this is what happened on ClassPod, this is what we're doing now for the website. And we're like, whoa, they really heard us. That's really cool. And so they do also have a new in-house platform. It's called ClassPod, and that's an opportunity where you can be even more interactive with your learners. And yes, it has the screen share options and you can draw on it similar to Zoom, but they're slowly coming out for teachers to make their own interactive slides and features. So then your learners will be able to drag and drop certain items. They'll be able to flip over cards if you're doing a memory game. Like, the possibilities are endless when it comes to improving ClassPod and just using ClassPod for your lessons. Did I also mention right now, if you use ClassPod, that AllSchool's only going to take 10% of your earnings? Number 2. So the other platform that I also teach on is OutSchool. And OutSchool is known as a classroom marketplace where you can sign up as a teacher and you'll be able to teach what you are passionate about. It's very similar to AllSchool. In fact, AllSchool sort of got inspiration from OutSchool, but OutSchool, you don't have to do ESL lessons. Well, neither AllSchool either, but for OutSchool, you really can teach what you're passionate about and at any time. And I usually recommend OutSchool because, especially if you live like in the United States or Canada, you can definitely tailor your classes towards the Western states and the Western countries, and you know, and maybe even some European countries, depending on what your schedule is. So you're able to tailor those classes to those specific groups of learners from around the world. And the only downside to OutSchool, though, is that they do take about 30% of your earnings, but that's also to put into account that they advertise your classes. They also pay for your Zoom fees, especially if you go over that 40-minute mark, and they help fund OutSchool, essentially. So that's what that 30% is for, is to make sure that you actually have learners coming into your classes. Number 3. Now, this particular online platform that I'm going to mention, this is actually going to be perfect for like college students that may have had a canceled class, or they have some downtime, or they're just bored on the weekend and they just need something to do. But this could also be for anyone, and that platform is Cambly. And Cambly is a online teaching platform that you do not have to prep any lessons, you don't have to write any lessons or look for lessons or anything like that. You essentially go onto Cambly, be available to speak. You can schedule out your availability, or you can also become available on short notice. This is one benefit, like if you realize you have a canceled class or you have some downtime, you can log on to Cambly and be available just like that to talk to anyone. Cambly's more of like a conversation-based class with other people. It could be adults or it could be children, but essentially you are able to engage a conversation with someone who's just trying to get better at conversational English. So I know one particular person that I was on Cambly with, they were wanting to practice interview questions. They were from Brazil, and they said, you know, what types of questions would I be asked if I was to interview a job in America? So we had that type of conversation. There was another conversation I had with another student that they wanted to talk about social media. So we talked about social media in English. So it does not really pay as well as the set prices like AllSchool and OutSchool can, but you can make yourself available short notice, especially if you do have that unexpected downtime that you weren't expecting to have. And so that's one nice thing, because for other platforms you have to schedule things out in advance. For Cambly, you could just come on whenever you please. You could either schedule them out or you can come on short notice. Number 4, another platform where you do not need to have any degree whatsoever, and you can write your own lessons and set your own rate for prices for your classes, is another course called Kidpass. And Kidpass is going to be similar, very similar to OutSchool and AllSchool. It's all a very similar process. However, their rate for their takeaway rate is around 20%. So it's very similar to OutSchool and AllSchool. So, you know, it's another marketplace to teach lessons on, especially if you are the type of teacher that you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Like maybe you want to do AllSchool and maybe you want to do Kidpass. It could just be another platform where you can offer your own classes to different types of students. And finally, number 5, and this is probably the most interesting online teaching platform that I have encountered personally, that you do not need a degree on whatsoever, and that is called MyCoolClass. Now, what I'm about to say about MyCoolClass is going to be very different. So MyCoolClass is a co-op teaching opportunity. And really the way that works is there is platform fees that teachers have to pay, but it's more like a communal pot type of situation, and there's also like stockholders involved to pay MyCoolClass. And you can still set your own rate, And when you want to teach these classes, you can still write your own lessons. However, there are opportunities on MyCoolClass for you to earn paid time off. Yeah, you heard me. So all those fees, all that, you know, stockholder shares coming up, and then it could be, yeah, that's how you get the paid time off. Or you get special dividends if you want. You can also get class royalties if you and like 2-3 other teachers want to share like a group setting together. You can get those royalties through there too. So really the cons of MyCoolClass though is that it is a co-op. So if you are wanting to teach a certain class, you have to get approval from other teachers. And then if you do have a rate, it also has to be approved by other teachers. And there's also a platform fee. And you know, that may throw off some people. But if you like the idea of having paid time off for online teaching, then it's definitely something to consider. All of the 5 platforms that I have mentioned in this video, obviously you take this information with a grain of salt and you choose which platforms you want to focus on. So maybe you want to do AllSchool and OutSchool, or maybe you want to do Cambly and MyCoolClass. So it's okay if you dabble in like 2 platforms, but I wouldn't try to do all of the platforms because it might get a little tricky to manage things and to schedule things out. So it doesn't hurt to apply to any of these platforms and just see which one you would get in, what, you know, and which ones you feel like would work better with your schedule and your online teaching needs. So, but all's to say, don't focus on one platform either. I would say a max 2 platforms that you should focus on, maybe 3. But even 3 is a little too much because I'm going to be honest, I do OutSchool and AllSchool, and I do have Cambly, but I have not logged into Cambly in over a year now. And it's nothing personal against Cambly. It's just, you know, when I have availability, you know, if I have classes on OutSchool and on AllSchool, I want to make sure I'm available for that. And there's also other things that I'm working out too, like this channel and other resources that I have to create for my classes. So I just don't really have the time to do it anymore. So if you are curious on working for any of the platforms that I mentioned, please make sure to sign up for that free guide. I put those links in there so that way you can sign up and you can start teaching right away. So if you've reached this far into the video, congratulations. You really care about my content, by the way. And so I thought about it, since a lot of you are in college, you probably don't have the $60 that I have set for my 5-star online teacher course. But I'm gonna tell you a secret right now. If you look in the description box down below, I have a coupon code for you to take half off of my 5-star online teacher course just for you. And this doesn't have to be for college students. It's just if you watch my videos all the way into the end, now you know that I'm offering a discount for my 5-star online teacher course. And if you're still having doubts and you're still having worries, and maybe you did purchase the course and you're like, I need help, Kelsey. So this is also going to be an opportunity if you want group mentoring, or if you want one-on-one mentoring with me, that you will sign up for my YouTube memberships, and that's where you'll be able to get access to those mentor meetings with me. Thank you so much for watching. If you also liked this video, please make sure to check out my other videos that you will see here, and I will see you next time.